Hello and welcome to Social Media Weekly, episode 3rd December 2019. Social Media Weekly is brought to you by Virtual Peddlers Marketing, the digital marketing agency that helps small businesses go digital. My name is Sean.
And I'm JK.
This week's news, Singapore government forced Facebook to add fake news label to a news post. Facebook introduced a photo export tool, testing it in Ireland for now. Loom is Slack, but with videos. Twitter wanted to delete unused accounts and then it pauses. Facebook builds chatbot to help employees tackle public criticism. Now back to the news. Singapore government forced Facebook to add fake news label to a news post. Last week, an online news portal called States Times Review accused the Singaporean government of arresting a whistleblower and election rigging. As a result, Singaporean government ordered the author, an Australian citizen, to take down that post. It claimed that the post contained false information. The author, Alex Tan, refused to comply. He went on to say that Singapore does not have jurisdiction over an Australian living in Australia. Although Facebook did not remove the post, it added a footnote under that post. It read, Facebook is legally required to tell you that the Singaporean government says this post has false information. I don't know about you, but this just makes me want to read that post even more. Right? It's like it contains some pretty cool information. I don't care whether it's real or not, but I think I want to see.
It's like juicy information.
Yeah. So this is also the first time a government has tried to enforce the fake news laws outside of its borders. Perhaps Facebook being headquartered in Singapore has a lot to do with this compliance.
I mean, you say if their headquarters at Singapore, they have much more advantage, is it? Because of that.
As in, they feel pressured by the Singaporean government because their headquarters is in Singapore.
Okay, I give you lah. Just for Singapore only.
Yeah, just for so the key thing here is that Alex Tan used to be Singaporean, right? But he gave up his Singaporean citizenship and took up the Australian citizenship, and he's now living in Australia.
Okay.
So by right, he's not even in Singapore. So by right, Singapore does not have jurisdiction over Alex on the post that he creates, right? But I think Singapore is now clamping down on news that they find fake news. So it's not a very democratic state. Singapore has never been a very democratic state. It's always been a state where you only say what we think you should say.
Yes, correct.
You do what we think you should do.
Chinese governments.
Yeah.
The mindset.
Very typical. Yeah. So I don't know about you, but I think Facebook putting this label at the end, like I said, right, just makes me want to read it. Like you said, just makes me want to read it even more. And this label only appears in the post when it's in Singapore. So if it's outside of Singapore, the post does not appear.
Then what's the point? Actually, just people can just screenshot and send, right? Like I can screenshot from Malaysia and send to Singapore. So much.
Well, actually, the Singaporeans can still access that post.
Correct.
Yeah, they can still access that post. It's just that it comes with a little footnote.
It's like report fake news. That's it.
Yeah, it's like, just that
only for Singapore.
Yeah, it's just that Facebook saying that okay, we're just doing the bare minimum to let the Singaporean government feel happy that this footnote is there,
so that we can keep our headquarters.
Yeah, so that we can keep our headquarters and we don't get kicked out of this place. If you get kicked, Facebook, if you do get kicked out of Singapore, you can always come to Malaysia. 5 times cheaper, and you can get space which is a lot larger.
Yeah, and the rules are pretty much less stricter.
All you need is money.
Yeah, correct.
Oops.
Well, Singapore is a very fine city, They fine for everything. Anyways, right, back to the news. Facebook introduced a photo export tool, testing it in Ireland for now. It's going to be a tool that lets us export all our photos from Facebook to Google Photos via an encrypted transfer. This move is part of Facebook's commitment to allow users control over what we can do with our data. It includes the ability to export data out of Facebook as easily as possible. But although the images and possibly videos can be transferred away, it doesn't address the data that Facebook collects, which cannot be completely removed from the platform. Anyhow, This service is being tested in Ireland now and will expect global adoption by Q2 2020. Ireland was chosen testing point because it is the location of Facebook's international HQ. Encrypted. Not bad.
So previously, it is almost impossible to remove all your photos out from Facebook by batch, photos and videos by batch. Now, Facebook is allowing us to do that because of their new regulation that says that you have the right to move everything away from Facebook onto anywhere else. So they have chosen, I think they are working with Google Photos as a default place for you to move. So
iCloud storage.
technically, it's not that you can download everything into files, but you need to move from Facebook to Google.
Another one. Yeah.
And the fact that it's encrypted does not mean anything because once it moves to Google, Google has access to all your data anyway.
Then it's decrypted again.
So then it's decrypted again.
So what's the point of this encrypted?
I have no idea. Maybe it's just for people to feel as if Facebook is doing some work. I don't know. It seems as if all this work feels very surface. It's not like they are really doing it from the heart.
Like you're just trying to tell the audience what they want to hear, like encrypted, but actually it's not.
Yeah, exactly. But there's no point being encrypted because once Google gets a hang of it,
it's decrypted.
You know, it gets decrypted and Google gets all the data anyway. But the key thing here is that while Facebook is allowing us to take back the photos, export the photos from Facebook. Let's say if I want to delete Facebook, I can export all my photos, historical photos from Facebook, photos and videos, and then once that is done, I can delete Facebook, right? But what Facebook does not delete from its server is all the data they've collected about us.
Backup data.
Like all the data they've collected. Let's say, for example, they've collected all the data from me since 2007 until 2019.
All right.
And the end of 2019, I decide to delete Facebook. So I remove all my photos and videos and I delete Facebook. But it does not delete all the data from 2007 until 2019. That is what it does not.
So they have that portion of data of you.
Yeah, they already have that portion of data. And for all you know, this is the portion of data that they can continue to sell to other people for a lot of money. They can sell to Google for this this God knows what
algorithm thing, automation, AI.
God knows what business connection Facebook is having with Google now to allow Facebook to move all the photos over to Google. It says like, okay, I let you be the place where
you can store our photos.
You can store all my photos, but in exchange, right?
Something else.
I will get all your
from
I
Google.
Will get all the data from Facebook.
Okay,
so it's a tit for tat kind of relationship.
Yep.
We don't know. That's what I'm just.
Google and Facebook are working together.
No, I'm just being a conspiracy theorist, throwing something in the air.
No lah, everyone's just being kind lah,
Yeah. For all you know, it's not even happening, and they're just choosing Google Photos because that's the only photo sharing app out there that actually works.
Oh, it's Facebook. You have nothing to worry about.
Yeah. Everybody loves Facebook.
All right. Next up, Loom. Right, Loom is a Slack but with videos. A company thinks it's time for corporate chats apps to move away from text and into videos. Loom has raised 30 million to create just that app. Loom is an enterprise collaboration video messaging service that let us send video clips instead of texting in chat rooms. It also let us screen share in order to make the communication clearer. The company was launched in 2016 and just recently started to see a rise in downloads. Couple faster and cheaper internet with increased comfort in video sharing thanks to social media, Loom is finally seeing the market fit. Loom is led by Instagram co-founder Mike Krieger and Kevin Systrom, who both left Instagram in the late 2018. So being to say like, wait, this is Slack is this another platform for them to share videos? Is it?
It's what is Slack, right? We use Slack before we move to Discord. So it's technically a
chatting app kind of thing.
It's a company level, it's a corporate level chatting app where you have multiple channels.
Oh, okay. So business does use Slack as the usual platform.
Yes, businesses are using Slack now as their default. So there are three major corporate chats that companies are using now, which is Slack,
all right,
Microsoft Teams, and Facebook. Facebook has something else. I don't know what is it called. Facebook has its own version. So they're
Okay.
all chat apps,
All right.
corporate chat apps. And what Loom is doing now is it's taking what Slack has built with text and it's giving it an additional layer to it, which is video call.
Mm-hmm.
So you can actually send video clips of your text.
Conversations.
Like instead of sending a text, you're sending your video clip. So
Okay, got it.
now there is two things that people are doing right now. So you either text or you send audio clips
Mm-hmm.
as a response.
Correct.
Now Loom is trying to send video clips as a response
Okay,
in a
got it.
conversation, and it also includes the screen share functionality in case you want to teach people how to do certain stuff, which is something that corporate level people tend to always like to do.
Mm-hmm. Yep, correct.
So, and the interesting thing here is that it's founded by the co-founders of Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
Mike Krieger and Kevin Systrom. They both left Instagram in late 2018 and they co-founded this one, and they just raised $30 million to
start this off.
The app has launched since 2016,
Mm-hmm.
and I think at this point, at the end of 2019, coming into 2020, now that internet is getting faster, 5G is in the horizon.
Yeah, especially Malaysia.
Yeah, and most people are starting to get used to videos.
Mm-hmm.
Back in 2016, most people are so not very used to videos yet, but thanks to social media,
slow. Yeah.
but thanks to social media, we're all more comfortable with posting videos. So I think Loom can become a very strong competitor to Slack.
For the Slack itself, lah. But one question, right? If that is the case, right, wouldn't the three existing companies, I mean the chat app, like such as Slack, won't they start using videos?
Yes, they can. They can. So let's say, for example, if Slack just says, okay, since you are going into video, I will go into video as well.
Yep, correct.
Facebook can do the same and Microsoft can do the same.
Uh-huh.
I won't see much problem with Slack and Microsoft competing, but Facebook, technically Facebook isn't doing very well because everybody is corporate people are very sensitive about security and privacy.
So they cling to Microsoft more.
And they would usually go to Microsoft more, but also Microsoft is more legacy kind of style, very old-fashioned way of dealing with enterprises.
Mm-hmm.
So younger companies will tend to go to Slack, and younger companies will usually go to smaller companies like Slack and Loom. But then you have all these MNCs, Fortune 500 companies that will definitely most probably go to Microsoft.
Yeah, correct.
And I don't think any company should, even if they are doing it, I don't think they should go to Facebook, because as an enterprise, I will be more sensitive about privacy, about my data. And Facebook is the last company you trust your private information to. Even if they guarantee you, that's what they're doing, I will not believe Facebook.
Based on their history,
Based on their history, definitely.
Correct. So meaning to say like Loomly is most likely going to be Loom is going to be Slack's like major competitor in terms of their niche market.
Yes, and Loom and Slack will both be competing in the startups environment. Most startups environment will not go to Microsoft.
Because it's quite costly to start one.
And it's too old fashioned anyway. It's like our parents' generation.
Correct. Less color.
More too corporate, too blue, and Facebook will definitely be out of the picture. Nobody want to use Facebook.
Buy Facebook.
Yep, buy Facebook.
Well,
right.
Let's
this
hope
episode,
Loom.
Yeah, let's hope Loom. Let's hope Loom picks up and
bloom.
Okay.
You should see his face.
Okay, I like that. Let's hope Loom blooms.
All right.
This episode of Social Media Weekly is brought to you by Chop Tiang Bee Cafe at the heart of Malacca, Malaysia. Chop Tiang Bee serves authentic Nyonya and fusion cuisines and is located at Jonker Street, just 5 minutes walk from the famous Red Square and A Famosa in Malacca City. Their most iconic dishes include the curry laksa and nasi lemak. Also equally impressive are their range of homemade cakes like the carrot cake, which uses pineapples instead of raisins, and the Onde Onde cheesecake, which is a must try. If you're heading to Chop Tiang Bee this holiday season, be sure to get 10% off of your entire receipt with promo code CTB10. That is CTB10.
Yep.
If you're dropping by for Christmas, make sure you book a table with them. Use CTB10, get 10% off, and have a treat with your family and friends.
And that's a very good Thanksgiving gift.
Definitely.
Right, next up, Twitter. Twitter wanted to delete unused accounts, then pauses. Last week, Twitter announced that it will start deleting accounts that hasn't been used for 6 months. This was a move intended for European Union that aligns with the GDPR and the right to be forgotten. But since its announcement, many users responded with concerns about users who are deceased. After that, Twitter said that they will pause the removal of any accounts until they've figured out how to memorialize accounts of the deceased. I don't know about this. If you're deceased, you should be forgotten already.
I don't know. I mean, you know how people are very sensitive when it comes to these kind of things.
Well,
I think if, let's say, for example, if they are famous people, they should be memorialized. But knowing the Westerners, they want to memorialize everybody.
yeah.
Facebook has memorialized accounts, and it's nice because it feels as if you're leaving
memento behind.
like a memento of a person and their thoughts and what they are saying and everything.
Yep, correct.
Even though if I were to die, I wouldn't want all my hate stuff on Twitter to stay there because it would just show how petty and annoying I am.
Yeah, like
I
next
was
time
when I was alive.
it's like people, okay, how do we, like, want to appreciate this, the deceased? Let's look back at his Twitter accounts.
Yeah, look back at Twitter accounts.
Oh, shit.
And it's just full of all that complaints and annoying stuff. And
Last time, at least you still have a
Sigh.
filter, like your son or daughter will say, like, nice things.
Yeah.
Twitter, like, everything.
Yeah. Yes, all the bad things. So that, ladies and gentlemen, will give you a second thought about memorializing your accounts.
Yeah.
And so the thing is, Twitter initially did this. They wanted to delete unused accounts and reuse the usernames because there's too many usernames that are not being used right now. Maybe we can actually like recycle some of the good ones, especially the they call
iconic
them
humans one.
yeah they call them OG handles.
Okay.
OG handles are like very top of the line, very valuable ones like Kevin, like at Kevin or at JK or something, like very short, very high value ones, single words. And so that'll, at least people can actually use them again. The second reason is because the EU has this GDPR that includes the right to be forgotten. So if people are not using it anymore, Twitter is supposed to actually delete all the information from the face of the earth.
Technically, you should.
So they should, right? So that is a part of why they are deleting unused accounts. So if you haven't used an account for 6 months, then they have the right to remove your account.
Yes, correct.
So now the problem is that everybody is saying that, there's a bunch of deceased people who would like their friends and family would like their accounts memorialized. So I guess once Twitter sorts out this part where they get a list of people who want to memorialize their friends and family's account, once that's done, whatever that's left will just be removed.
I think like if you want to remove a disease, you put in the coffin, right? Maybe all this data you just put in a pen drive and you just pass to them. Or something.
Wow.
Never
see it that way.
Copy.
Here's a soft copy of your
deceased
of your friend's past.
Or your grandmother's. Yeah, here's the pen drive.
Yeah. Wow, that's
I
guess. Well, yeah. Well, the problem is that let's say the pen drive comes in USB and 10 years or 15 years from now there's no more USB. But it's so difficult, right? I mean, you think about it, right? Twitter will forever need to allocate a certain server space for these accounts, and it will be a growing list because people will keep dying. Yeah, people will keep dying, right? So this server size will keep growing, and Twitter will continuously need to find ways to make money to at least sustain these servers.
Disease that doesn't make money.
Exactly. So
unless you pay,
this is. I don't think tech companies have thought this through. Like one day Twitter might go bust, one day Facebook might go bust, and when it does happen, what's going to happen to all the disease accounts? Nothing's going to happen. It's just going to disappear, right?
Yeah, just like your Friendster account.
Yeah, just like your Friendster. Yeah, exactly, right? Imagine if Friendster had deceased memorialized accounts. It's no longer relevant.
Agree. So please think about it.
Yeah.
You need an actual space to store this data. So
exactly.
Just don't
so
waste the space.
I think JK, I think your idea is good. Just give it to them on a USB thumb drive, and we can do whatever they want to do.
Yeah, correct. So, oh my god, yeah. This is not even arguable.
Yeah.
All right.
Next up, Facebook builds chatbot to help employees tackle public criticism. It's one of those things Facebook shouldn't even be paying attention to be honest. Liam Bot is a chatbot that helps answer tough questions that their employees cannot handle. The tool was rolled out ahead of Thanksgiving holidays, which was actually first being tested early 2019. So they've been building this chatbot for the whole 2019.
Okay.
Most of the topic being covered are those Facebook has been under heavy criticism so far. They include topics like free speech, election meddling, moderation, privacy, and more.
Okay.
So now Facebook has created a chatbot to help their staff handle bad customer service problems like these. All the things that they're being criticized for, like FAQs, right?
Okay.
If this question comes up, answer this. If that question comes up, answer that. Facebook, this is not the way to win back the hearts and trust of your
Customers.
users.
Yeah. Just solve the core problem.
I don't think, even at this point, I don't think Facebook has understood how to use their heart to do business. Really.
They're only using AI, correct? So I don't know about that, man. Chatbot to read.
You cannot automate customer service like this. When customers have problems and they want to criticize what you are, you need to use a human to apologize profusely and then try to solve the problem. You cannot use a robot to help solve the problem with automated answers.
Yeah, you just think about it. It's like having a chatbot to win an argument with your boyfriend or girlfriend.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
doesn't work.
Exactly.
It's like if the boyfriend says this, reply this.
Yeah. I hope for someone who can figure out how this chatbot thing works, right? And then create a way to get the chatbot stuck on a good loop. Keep asking the same question and keep going back to the same answer, and asking the same question and going back to the same answer, getting stuck in a good loop. I would hope someone who can, create something and just for fun.
Yeah, my god, this is okay, no comment.
Yeah.
Good luck,
Well,
Facebook, for burning your money.
It's Facebook, yeah. They burn too much money on that. I would rather them pay the money for someone who can actually
A real
do
human.
proper PR, fix it with proper PR. Right, so that's up for this week's Social Media Weekly. Social Media Weekly podcast is available on Anchor FM, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and more. Our full videos are available on YouTube. We post bits and clips on Instagram and Facebook. This is Social Media Weekly episode 3rd December 2019. My name is Sean.
And I'm JK.
Au revoir.
Sayonara.